Good morning. In today's video, I'll be going over the 15.5 250th anniversary of the USA's independence patch. This includes the new battle pass with the Arizona, how to get the Congress for free. If you already have it, you can get it for 11,300 doubloons. We'll be going over new ships like the Fort Worth and the Armory Rotation that's happening in the next patch, along with the US Independence Day event. So let's get started. The first thing you're taking a look at is going to be the battle pass event. So this is the battle pass, which includes the Arizona. As you can see here, you're going to be able to get if you pay for the pass. The pass itself is going to cost you 2,500 doubloons. Let's see if it's worth getting. All right, so we can see here you get credits, you get a special camo, you get steel, you get coal, you get some economic bonuses, you get the old North State camouflage for the North Carolina, which looks really nice, by the way. So if you like the North Carolina, that's a really good camo. You also get the special 13 salvo as well for the paid pass, which also looks really nice as well. So overall, I think this is definitely worth it. There's a lot of goodies in here that I think that are worth it. Also, at the very start, you also get the Go Navy for the Helena as well as at the very start, which looks really nice as well. So I would definitely recommend the Battle Pass. If you already have the Arizona, whenever you do get it, you're going to get credits for it instead of the actual ship. There's also a 10-point commander in here for the US, which is really nice as well. So the Battle Pass, I think it's definitely worth it. All right, moving on, let's talk about how you can get the Congress for free. So during this patch, there's going to be a special campaign, as you can see here, called Dawn of a Nation at the top left. You'll be able to click on here, and there's these missions you're going to be able to do. And as you're going down through the missions, there's going to be rewards as you're going down and completing each of these chapters. And at the very end of these chapters, there's going to be rewards throughout everything, as you can see here. And if you go down to the very end, there's going to be the Congress. Now, if you have the Congress, when you do complete this, you will get 11,300 doubloons. If you don't have the Congress, of course, you're going to get the ship. The Congress is a really good tier 8 American cruiser. It's like a mini Alaska. So if you want to get that ship, then I definitely do the missions. The missions aren't that difficult. They're pretty simple to do. In one battle, earn 500 base XP. The other ones earn 300 base XP. Very simple, not very difficult to do at all. So highly worth doing. All right, so moving on from there, let's talk about the Fort Worth. In the Armory, you're able to buy the Fort Worth for doubloons. Before, we thought it was only going to be for like a bundle for money, but you can also buy it with doubloons. You can see here for 37,641 doubloons. That's roughly $150 US in doubloons. Now, originally, I thought this was only cash. It's still a lot of doubloons, but a lot of people do use the birthday bundle to be able to buy a lot of doubloons to get over 150,000 worth of doubloons. So if you want to use your doubloons on the Fort Worth, it's like a side grade Alaska where it's more focused on being able to punish destroyers with its special time-based reload booster. So it has about like a minute and 10 seconds of like a reload booster you can turn on and off, which allows you to be able to punish destroyers a lot more. So I would definitely say if you want to side grade Alaska, sure. If you don't want to side grade Alaska as we're all arounder, then it's not going to be worth it for you. Also, if you complete one battle during this month, you'll be able to get this founding arsenal. So you get the We the People camo, you get the Pride of Philadelphia enemy destruction effect, and the artillery chest containers from this. So all you have to do is play one battle, and then you get this for free. So you don't have to pay money for this. You can get it for free. So definitely worth it for sure. All right, next thing we're going over is going to be the U.S. Independence Day event. So during this event, we have the Fort Worth here, as you can see. But there's also the presidential trunk. So each container is going to cost you $5 US, and you get a token per money you spend. The US tokens you can see here can be used to get camouflages for like the Puerto Rico, We the People camo, destruction effects, and of course a lot of American camos, as you can see. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and they all do look very cool. So if you want to spend money on these containers, you can. Let's see what's inside these containers. So in these containers, there's a 5% chance to get ships like the Fort Worth, Bridgeport, Cambridge, Tennessee, Enterprise, Johnson, Tulsa, Halford, Constellation, Alabama, Hornet, and Saipan. So they have some rare ships in here people may want to get, like the Enterprise, Cambridge, you can't really get currently. So if you want to spend money on the containers and gamble for it, you can. I wouldn't recommend it again. It is gambling, so you're either gonna get it or you're not, and there's no like middle ground. There is a guaranteed drop at 40, so if you get 40 containers, like that's like literally $200, you get a guaranteed drop, so good luck. Also, there is a 10% chance to get the T-Caddy container. This container makes it where you're able to get a chance at a guarantee of 20 to get the Wisconsin G, the Fort Worth G, and the Puerto Rico. Again, if you want to gamble for it, sure. If not, up to you guys. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to go over these containers and just show you guys. These are percent changes. And you get 2 items until you get one from this following list here. And the second one is from right here. You get this guaranteed list from here. So that's the U.S. Independence Day event. All right, moving on, let's talk about the Armory Rotation. So there's going to be an Armory Rotation that's happening at the end of this patch, where it'll be going into the next one that's going to be in July. So these ships are going to be leaving, and these will be coming in the next patch. So the Agnicore, Ashitaka, Borodino, Chakalov, Collingwood, Congress, Dalian, DeGrasse, Eskimo, and Annapolis, Druria, La Terrible, Molotov, Mysore, Otnik, Frederick, Perth, all these ships are going to be leaving the port at the end of this patch, and then all these will be coming in. I'm going to go over very quickly on which ones I think are worth getting and not. I'll have a separate video on them as well, but I'm going to go over them really quickly. Anacor, yes. Ashitaka, yes. Borodino, yes. Chakalov, yes. Collingwood, no. Congress, yes. Dowling, yes. DeGrasse, yes. Eskimo, yes. Annapolis, yes. Druria, no. The Terrible, yes. Molotov, yes. Mysore, yes. Onik, yes. Frederick, yeah, sure. Perth, yes. Perforting, no. Rochester, no. Roma, yes. Siliwangi, yes. Strasbourg, hell no. Yagi, no. And I'm just going over which ones I think are worth getting or not. I'm not telling you guys to buy all of them. I'm just going over quickly on which ones I think are worth getting or not, so you guys have like an interest of them. The ones over here that are coming in the next patch, Aquila, they nerfed it, so no. California, yeah. Canarius, yeah, yes. Agree? Hell no, this thing is dog water. It's so bad, dude. Sorry, I just really hate this ship, so no. Abruzzi, no. Dunkirk, no. Finyang, yes. Flander, it's all right, yeah. Verdi, yes. Grazeppelin, it's fun for secondary memes. If you like memeing with secondaries with the Germans, this thing can get like 14.4 kilometer secondary. So if you like doing memes with secondary CVs, yeah, it's really good. Huang, yes. London, yes. Hyuga, yes. Marblehead's really good at teaching you how to dodge. So sure, yeah. Maya, it's okay. Munchkin, yes. Demencia, it's a weird gimmick. No. Orkin, yes. Repulse, yes. Sirocco, yes. Texas, hell yeah. Texas, yeah. Tiger 59, I'm not a fan of the Tiger 59. It does have a lot of utility, and the guns aren't the best, but it's not a bad ship. I just don't like how it's super hard to do damage. But good utility, though, so yes. Vanguard, hell no. Wichita, yes. And Z35, no. But yeah, so that's the Army rotation that's going to be going on. But yeah. Also going on, we have the Italian early access, which of course I'm going to tell you is not worth it, because why the hell would you want to pay early access for a tech tree line, especially a submarine line? So definitely do not recommend this at all. Of course, you can earn like free tokens you can spend on containers and camos or credits, which are really nice. So you guys can do that. You can also spend like Research Bureau, free XP to get these as well, which is really nice. So you guys can do that. Also, later in the patch, they are going to be adding the Setembro. They did talk about that. So the Setembro, that's what I'm calling it. And the Setembro is going to be added in the second week of the patch. I cannot talk about if the ship is good or bad, but you're going to be able to get it for 62,000 Research Bureau points during the second week. So that'll be around the 25th of June. You'll be able to get this. Sorry, 24th. Right there. Yeah, 24th right there. So you're going to be able to buy it if you're interested. I'll have a separate video talking about if this ship is worth it or not. I can't talk about it as of now, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. The Bayard is also going to be available for coal for 110,000 starting in the 4th week of the update. Highly recommend the Bayard. It's really, really good. I'll have a separate video on the Bayard itself so you guys can watch that one. But yes, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing tier 8 cruiser, French cruiser. amazing, very maneuverable, great guns overall, just amazing. I'd highly recommend it. The Bayard is also coming in the second week as well. It's going to be available in random bundle as well as an Emerald bundle. There's no information on this yet, as how much it's going to be or when it's going to be during this update. So you guys will find out how much it's going to be when I can give you that information and how good it is as well. So there is that. Also, during this patch as well, they did nerf the Colombo again. I want you guys to realize that they did nerf the Colombo again. Now, for people that may say it's not, there's a lot of people that are saying like, oh no, they didn't nerf it again. I'll show you guys that they did nerf it again. And I will be having a video covering the Colombo again and talking about if I think the nerf is actually good or not. Like, I'll show gameplay of it. But if you go right here and you look at the sap damage is now 12,000. Before it was 12,500. Now it's just 12,000. They also changed the Sigma on it from 1.6 to 1.5. So I did change that as well. I still think the Colombo is still a very strong ship, even with this change. So if you're thinking that Colombo's bad now, no, it's still really good. But it's definitely, you can definitely feel this nerf. It's definitely in the right direction of what they need to do with the ship. So it makes me really happy in that regard. Now, overall, let me know what you guys think of this patch so far and what you guys are interested in or not. Overall, I think this is a really good patch. I do love the whole American theme of the port as well. It does look really amazing, and I love how the whole aesthetic of everything and the whole thing. We also have we have the Missouri right there, and we have the CV, and we have the Constellation. So everything looks really cool. So, oh yeah. Also, I love the fact that all the Europeans that are currently visiting for the World Cup are just loving the American food. That makes me really happy. So that's super cool as well. So I'm glad that all the Europeans or everyone that's coming over during the World Cup are enjoying all the American food. And they're visiting all American places that are here too. So it's super cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.